Kangaroos is back. We're here. Make sure everybody can hear everything. Everybody can see me. Need a little bit of a, hey, I can hear you, or hey, I can see you, or your internet sucks, or anything like that. The Wi-Fi has sucked lately. We tried to reset it, but it did absolutely nothing. It's still the same. 2026, first one of the year, 28 days in, so we're a little late. We missed the cusp a little bit, but it'll be all right. I hope everyone so far has had a fantastic new year. Ours has already had its shares of mostly downs. So sad things have gone on, but we are doing what we do. We are accepting life as it comes and adapting and overcoming to the situations that we have. Fuzzy Panda Sprout 17. Hello. Thank you for the shout out there. Always great when people interact in these comments. Like I said, I hope y'all's 2026 so far has just been amazing. I know that we're only a few weeks in, coming up on the end of January. The weather's cold all across the country. It's snowing. It sucks, but we do the best we can with what we have. We're going to have fun tonight for a little while. I never do these things to a time frame. I always just do them until we stop having fun, which has been never. So, as always, off to what'll be my right, your left. I've got my beautiful, lovely wife. She is my assistant and the behind-the-scenes coordinator. She'll keep me straight if I start trailing off the path and or just talking a lot. But we got a lot of good plants for you tonight. A lot of some more on the rare side things. Some of them are a little more common. Care-wise, though, they're all very easy. They all have very, very similar instructions. So if you get any plants tonight, I'm going to try to mail you out a little thing that just gives you the basics that you're going to need to know to make it survive. And if you're already a plant expert and you like what you get, then you'll know what to do to make it thrive. Other than that, guys, we're going to let momentum build just for a few minutes here. We got the music on in the background, as always. I got my apple juice right here, so we'll be chilling, getting ready for our first plant here in a second. Another thing, I figured out how to put this on YouTube Live, so I have absolutely zero way of checking it. But if it is on YouTube Live. Yep. Okay, all right. So we're not just broadcasting to the plant world, we're broadcasting to the whole world now. Technology is amazing. And this app update they did on Palm Street makes it so much easier to upload the plants and get in front of you, which is just awesome for us. So, again, just to reiterate, for those of you who are joining us, for those of you who have been here for a minute, I hope 2026 has been awesome for you. We'll give it another 2 minutes or so, and we will definitely get some good plants going on for you. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Cool plants in the background. I can't wait to bring them up and show you what we got. This is our little setup that we have here. It's not everything, and we're hoping to expand it here soon. But for now, this one will do. Got the little timer or lights on timers and things like that. Watering has become the majority of what I do with this. And honestly, I worked at a plant nursery before this. If you visit the Charleston area, you've definitely got to visit Roots and Shoots Nursery. I used to work there. The people there are phenomenal. The plants that they sell are primarily native to the Southeast. So if you're from the Southeast and you're looking for some great native plants, they got them. Dropped in there today, though, to say hi to some guys and everything, and came on back so we could get set up for our live right now. But I want to thank everybody for being here. Obviously, like I said, we're about to get to the plants. I think they're setting a 5-minute rotation, and we've got about 9 rounds to go. There's 2 of them that are the same plant, but are a little different in size. So I'll explain that to everybody once that one comes up. And then, as a totally just for you thing, if you hang around and we get towards the end here, we will eventually get towards the end. If I say that, like it's like we might not. But no, we will eventually get towards the end. And when we do, we're going to have some bundle deals. So there'll be 2 bundles set up there. So the plants that we're picking, I'm not going to tell you what they are, but what I will tell you is that everything in the room tonight has been discounted between 20 and 50%. So I took these 3 bundles and I went ahead that already marked off 20%. And the overall total price, I marked 20% more off of that. So stick around. Like I said, that'll be the last thing that we get to. But as for now, let's go ahead, and if I can get my lovely assistant to my right, your left, to hook a plant up, I'll definitely go ahead and pick it up and show you. I do want to say advantages to buying first, and we do have multiples of some of these plants. Advantages of buying first are that I am going to pick out the very, very best one. So if you're like, that's the one that I want, but I'm kind of on the fence, just know that the second one behind it might not be as variegated, might not be as big, might not have as many leaves, might be a little harder to, get established. So something to consider whenever you're looking at this. Pearls of Jade Pothos. Are we looking at small or large? I can't see it there. I love how I can look over and see my face look over at the same time. That's going to be our large Pearls and Jade. All right, so I say large, guys. These are still starters, though, and I want to make that very, very clear. There's also a couple of other things that I've got to point out here. So this would be considered our large, and I get it. You're like, look at the Pearls and Jade behind you. It's huge. Well, that's why these are starters. So these do have very variegated leaves on them. I'll try to turn it so that you can see it there. These are awesome. Every part along the stem there has those growth nodes, which means once this guy gets just a little bit bigger, you can cut right there and propagate, and you will end up with another Pearls and Jade. This will be a second one that I've considered large here today, a beautifully variegated leaf. I'm sorry, my hands are shaking. I'm trying to get them calm down. Whew! There we go. How about we hold it up? It's still going. Anyways, these would be two that we would consider large. Like I said, these guys are moderate growers. They are considered climbers. So if you want to get a moss pole, that's completely fine. If you wanted to get a pot and just let them hang, perhaps you've got a little shelf area, you got about 6 to 8 feet, because if you let them grow and do not prune them, they will absolutely get that large. But we're going to put those on there. Sounds like my cat is somewhere back there. And this is the part that I wanted to point out, though. We've got Pearls and Jade here in 3-inch pots, and you're like, no, it's not. Where's that variegation? I think it reverted. Like, I have not known these to revert. Even in very low light, they still typically have some sort of variegation on them. But they're still Pearls of Jade. There we go. And I see the discrepancy there now. I'm showing you the large ones and the dollar ones. Does it say $1 on there? Yeah. That shouldn't be correct. It should have been $3. It was preloaded for $3. Y'all, hey, if you buy it right now, you get it for $1. if it's something that we can't change in the time frame, just like Walmart, man, you walk up and that $100 item is marked for $10, you get it for $10. Maybe check the next one on the pin, just verify. But yeah, hey, if we need to let these go, I've already told you, I've already hyped them up. They're going for that. So don't be shy. Like I said, these are very, very easy to care for plants. The one that I got, I literally had picked it up off the ground at the nursery I was working with, and a coworker handed it back to me and said, why don't you take it home and propagate it? The thing's about a foot long now. It's been about 6 months, but it looks awesome. These are great, easy care. They're definitely going to love their humidity between 40 and 50%, which is going to be a little more difficult to maintain right now in the winter months. Everybody's got their heat running, especially when it's balls ass cold like it has been, or titties ass cold, or whatever you have ass cold. It's that. So hang on one second, guys. I want to pick back up that variegated form for you. And like I said, nothing's easy, right? So we're having to deal with those technical issues. But if somebody were to bid right now, they would go for $1. I'm not that guy that's going to be like, oh, wait, I want my $4. Just not who I am. I just want to give you a nice plant. So there's that one right there for you. These are 3-inch pots. Again, it's a climber. If you want it to be something that hangs down, it can definitely do that. I'll try to get into where those growth points are. Maybe if I get my fat head out of the way, it'll focus on it a little better. Seems like we're getting closer yet further away, right? But anyways, those are the growth points right there. So that's where you would cut it if you wanted to make an additional plant. You let that propagate in water for between 4 to 6 weeks until the roots get around 2.5 inches long. And then after that, you can pop it in soil. It likes well-drained soil. It likes a little bit of humidity and a lot of bright indirect light. And that will help also keep that variegation going. As new leaves emerge, you'll start to notice that they are more variegated. And in some cases, they may be completely white. So again, pearls and jade. I don't know, pearls of jade, excuse me. I don't know how much more time. I set it to 5 minutes. It may just keep going because it's already a little messed up, but we'll figure that out. Lovely assistant, will you help me figure that out? Does it show a time, quantity, and price?
Yeah, we'll do these next.
All right. So we'll switch it up a little bit. Like I said, adapt and overcome. That's the name of 2026 here. So what do we got next? Homegrown Monstera Deliciosa starter plants. Why don't y'all like these?
Start the flash sale.
I love these. Yeah, start the flash sale. Okay, perfect. Now we got it. So this is one of my favorite little plants. We grew these things from the little Monstera seeds ourselves. Don't worry, I'm going to show you. But these have not been a big selling item, which surprises me. But you know what? It's your money. You spend it the way you want to, baby. I'm not here to judge you. So hang on one second. Let me see if I can't get one of these bad boys out. Right off the cusp. Look at your little baby starter Monstera. Guys, given the proper attention, the proper watering, everything else, this can become a 10-foot tall plant. And yes, they do have fenestration whenever the foliage starts to get a little more mature. So they will do that split leaf thing that everybody likes. And you get the assurance that I'm the one who grew these from their seeds. These things are awesome. Like, I absolutely love them. We've got a variety of them. They're all about this stage, though. I do have one grower and shower. He's got about 3 leaves right now. But these things are amazing, and I absolutely love them. It has been the most fun growing them. We've documented the experience every part of the way. Look, here you go. Here's a little shower. He's starting to come out with a 3rd leaf. They're in cute little 2-inch pots. These guys do not mind overcrowding, so you can keep them in these for as long as it takes for them to get up to size. And then once they do, given a couple of growth seasons, these bad boys will, like I said, reach 8 to 10 feet tall, especially if you put them on a moss bowl and let them do their thing. These are phenomenal little plants, and they have been an absolute joy to grow. I can't wait. We're going to be experimenting. I did try to buy some Monstera alba seeds and got absolutely mollywopped. They sent me a, what's up, Sarah? It's all right. That's okay. We know you got to work, girl. Thank you for joining. If you could be in here for longer, I'd make you a mod, but you know how it is. Work is work, so we all got to do it. But again, with these guys, I did try to buy the Monstera alba, and it came with, what was it? I believe it was pepper seeds. It could have been cilantro seeds, because we're actually growing some cilantro right now in a little hydroponics thing for home use, and they looked a lot like that. And then it had 2 of, if you're familiar with sprinkler systems, it had 2 little heads in there, like the little spray heads. And that's what they sold me as their Monstera alpha. But, you know, hey, you get got once and you don't get got again. So that one will be up there for about 2 more minutes. Like I said, you can pick and choose. If you want one of these, definitely let me know. I'll try to get the best one out there for you. But it's been since about June the 3rd, or June 3rd is when I planted those. And I mean, they're up now. It just got cold almost as soon as that they started to hit that little growth spurt. But come around, when we get back into spring, we get back into summer, you know, the house is humid, it's hot outside. They're going to love that. So just give it a little time. Those things will explode. Just like the pearls of jade pothos. Everything in here can grow feet more than what I'm selling them at. You have to maintain it, obviously. Woo! Little DUX. You have to maintain it, but they are capable of absolutely exploding into monster plants. Those things when people walk into your house are like, holy shit, what is that right there? That's awesome. That's what that would be like. And they don't, like I said, mind overcrowding. So somewhere down the line, you want to make a little propagation of your own. It gets 2.5-inch roots and some water, and you plug it in right beside the existing pot that the other one's in. Now you got a whole little crowd of them going. Hey, Carrie. Always good to see you. Always good to see you. I didn't notice that you waved before. I just want to say hair now. Whew. Like I said, Pearlie's in, Sarah's hubby, Paul, what's up? AZ Plant, what's up? Just want to say hey to everybody real quick. We got the last remaining about 30 seconds left on this, and then we'll get that next plant up for you. I will say extremely impressive Palm Street's update that they've done. It is made just like that. You get to put your plants on there, put your discounts on there, 20 to 50% in our case tonight. And then you get to come on here and talk to everybody and have the fun times. This is my favorite part. Again, I'm not a lazy person. I just don't like hard work. This is the best part. All right, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. We'll be on to the next one now. Let me see what it is coming up, and I'll grab you the best one that I can find. What is it? I'm thinking that just Superman. Oh, okay. Philodendron Snowdrift. I know it keeps going black every time I step back. Like, my whole face is just, like, dark. Like, I haven't figured out the lighting yet. Like, we got the overhead on. I've got a spotlight right there. I got something else pointed right in my face. And it still just goes dark right here. It's like you're talking to, like, the Grim Reaper or something. Anyways, let me get this Philodendron Snowdrift up. Again, an absolutely beautiful specimen of a plant. My favorite one. It's not there. It's not there. There it is. These are 3-inch pots, y'all, and they are ready to go into a little larger size. Now, again, because it's a philodendron, you can't put this bad boy, like, you can't go, well, look at that plant. Let me find a 7-gallon planter for it to go in. That's not how this works. These guys like a little bit of overcrowding. It's kind of got that ring of fire type variegation to it. And then there's your new leaf emerging, so it's obviously a little less green than the rest of them. But these bad guys are known for having their dark green to light green variegation when they first come out. And you notice I just watered, so they're dripping, and I missed them a little earlier. But I love the Snowdrift. Like, I can't believe that this one hasn't been a larger seller than it's been. This has been a gorgeous plant. During the rough times here, we had some neighbors that totally helped us out, so we ended up giving them one for free. And they cannot brag on that bad boy enough. They say that every time somebody comes in, it is the first thing that they ask about. And honestly, it's been one of the more favorites on the shelves whenever we bring out plants where people are like, let me see what you got going. This is one of the ones. But the Philodendron Snowdrift, you can see that this one also has got new growth. Come on, Lord, girl. New growth emerging right here. So this will eventually start to roll. It will get longer. And then after that, it will, start to unfurl as one of these other leaves, but it will come out with that lighter color right there. Again, as you watch this plant mature, you can start to notice that it goes from that lighter green to that darker green. And then again, as these leaves mature, let me put down my apple juice here and see if I can show you this. So this is a more mature leaf, and it starts to get these darker spots of green kind of speckled in there. And you notice this one is just starting to do it. But as, like I said, this thing matures, it will continue to put that out. So absolutely drift appropriate for the weather. Aww. Good, Carrie. I honestly, can't wait to visit y'all and see these plants and know that, we took care of these and you ended up getting them and now they're doing awesome. That's what we like to hear. You know, we try to provide everyone with the healthiest plant possible. Speaking of the healthiest plant possible, during these colder months, you don't fertilize as much, but we did fertilize last weekend, and it was, you could tell everything in the room just wanted it. We always fertilize with a well-balanced. I use a 4-5-5. That's your nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium ratios. Those are the most common of the macronutrients. And they absolutely do wonders. I mean, just a little bit. Guys, I even diluted it to a half rate. It called for a teaspoon to a gallon. I put a teaspoon in 2 gallons and watered everything. They could not respond fast enough. So, but again, the Philodendron Snowdrift 3-inch pot. And all you gotta do is tap it in. Tap it in your cart. Go to your home, ball. Anyway, sorry, we were. Hello, Soggy Acres Nursery. How are you? Just getting started here. Well, maybe. What is this, our third plant?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, third. So, like I said, we got quite a few lined up for you. Philodendron snowdrift. There is like a philodendron, and I'm gonna have to look more into this. If anybody knows what it is, the lady who cuts our little puppy dog, she said that there's like what was it? Was it a philodendron crocodile?
Crocodile. Yeah.
Yeah, and I might have to look into getting a few of those things. That looked like a nice collector's plant there. So, but again, here we go. 23 seconds remaining. Look at that brand new leaf. I love that. There goes Sia in the background wanting to be part of it. Thankfully, that cat does not chew on these plants. All right, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, finish. Now we'll go to the next one. If anybody's ever been in the military, you'll notice how that cadence went towards the end there. Sorry, buddy, we're on a live show, and I texted you that. You should know. Anyways, we're coming back. I'm just waiting on my lovely assistant. Oh, the Hoyas! What's up with everybody hating on these Hoyas, man? Give me 1 second. I'm going to have to get it out. But these things are awesome. They get about 2 to 4 feet long or high if you want them to climb or however you decide to do it. But the variegation, yes, that's what I'm saying. The variegation is absolutely amazing. They get that white, and I'm talking about white. So not like the pearls of jade, where it's like, oh, creamy white. No, these things are white. And they have little pink edges sometimes, so stand by. Let me get one of these bad boys out. I'm going to get the one I was just talking about, right here. Again, an easily propagated plant. Minor care. They do like it a little more humid. And Hoyas, I once heard this, and in my experience, it's been true so far. You kind of have to treat them like a succulent in ways that don't overwater it. If it's been a week and you still feel moisture in the soil, give it a few more days. Probably be all right. I'm going to sip here. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everybody. I'm glad y'all are here with us. As always, thankful that you're here with us. So hang on 1 second and we'll get an up and close look at this little guy. Looking for Madam Wu and whoever my dude was from last time, the guy who kept making the jokes. That was awesome. So you see that this leaf came a little damaged, but it does have that half moon. It's green plus that white side. Look directly under it. Look at that. That is a solid white Hoya leaf. That is not photosizing anything, but it is gorgeous. And I absolutely love when they come out like that. If you look right here in the center, we've got another almost completely white leaf emerging. Your more mature leaves are coming out here. There's some green ones, but they border with that white right there. I absolutely love this plant. I started this not enjoying Hoyas at all. I thought, yeah, I do love plants. I genuinely thought whenever the Hoyas, because at the places I've worked, we always had very generic things, and I was like, oh, Hoyas, who gives a damn? But when I started realizing that, oh wait, they come in an entire variety of different things. Again, this one 2 to 4 feet tall, 2 to 4 feet long, however you want to grow it. This is in your 3-inch pot right here. I love this little plant. Some of the other ones I have, and again, this is the advantage of buying early, is that if you buy this one, you get this one. Now, let's say the greatest thing in the world happens and we end up selling 6 of these and I've got 1 left. That boy's coming out all green. It's just how it is. So let me grab you one more that's variegated. Also, not quite as much as that one. Look at that new growth. I didn't even notice it, so I just lied to everyone. Second plant. try and get it back a little bit so it focuses. So you were looking at the top sides of both those plants, and that one is so white that it looks like it's the under of the leaf there. And this one's probably going to be very strongly variegated because of its new growth and the way that it looks right there. Those white borders. I did not chop that. That's not what I do with mine. If the leaf is starting to get chlorotic at all, I will absolutely clip it off. I have no problem doing that. Guys, don't clip the leaves right where they start maybe getting some ring spot or a little browning or stuff like that. You're doing nothing for the plant. Clip that entire leaf off so that it can put energy into new growth. Anyways, back to this. This is the other one that I'm absolutely in love with. And again, this guy must have emerged within the last, literal couple of, it's large, so I don't know how I wouldn't have noticed it, but it's there. And that almost looks like it's a filter or something. Look at that. There are advantages of being able to do this from your home, which is you can do things that make everything more fun. 22 seconds left on that one, guys. If you don't want the Hoya, maybe hopefully you'll want the next one up here. But who is that? Who has the info? It's not that I know a little bit about plants. I do love them though. Like something about being able to take care of them, watching them thrive, watching them grow, watching them become what their full potential is amazing. And it's something it's a process that I absolutely love going through. For anyone who doesn't know, and this is not any type of that like bragatory type statement. Is that a word?
Sure.
I'll make them up as I go. But I did go to school for all of 2 years to get an associate's in horticulture. So I'm not just BSing you when I say that I know a little bit about it. We're ready to pin the next one. Let's see. Monstera Thai Constellation. So, shout out to the finest herbologist I've ever known, Edwin. Shout out to Edwin. And this is to you, buddy. So, herbologist. I do like that. Anyways, all right. So, Thai Constellation. Let's talk about this for a minute before we show it. My world, I can. This used to be one of the most sought after collector's edition plants. I've read a lot of things now because now it's 2026, baby. We can do anything almost. They are becoming a little more common. Because of that, I dropped the price on these bad boys a lot. And I listed them as starters. They're a little more advanced than starters. So this is another one that if you're on the fence, this is a great one to add to your collection. This is a great one to have. This is one of the ones that I used to get texts about that said, hey, guess what I picked up today? Thai Constellation. So here we go. This is Monstera. She's being grown in a 3-inch pot. Obviously, they're called Constellation because, I'm going to say it before anyone type it, that variegation looks like little constellations. So we've got these in a variety of plants, y'all. Hang on one second. Or excuse me, a variety of sizes and shapes. There we go. Oh, where are they at? All tucked away behind the philodendron snowdrop. Oh my gosh. Don't fall down. Okay. Another perfect example. Look how large this plant is. It's bigger than my face. Look, that one came with a ripped leaf. That is not actually the fenestration. Well, actually, now looking at it, it may be the fenestration, and maybe it just got ripped a little too early. But these will have the splits in them, just like your Monstera deliciosa. Basically the same plant, just with a little genetic splicing in there. And look at that. I see Orion right there. Is that the little dipper? It's not, but make believe. So, I've got these two, Y'all, I can showcase these bad boys all night. These are literally the showstoppers. These are typically the one that people are like, oh my God, let me have it. But I don't know why my accent for these plants sounds like an old northern woman. Look, these are tangled up. They're in love. They must want to go together. Maybe you can buy two. Hang on. Let's see if I can figure out this brain teaser. Anyone in the room who knows me knows this is going to take all night. When you separate these, please.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, yep, that one needs to come out a little. Yep. And around. And perfect. See, this is why I have Julie. Because without her, I wouldn't be able to navigate everyday life. So here's these again, guys. These are pushing around 18 inches tall. That is natural fenestration in that one. So that is what the leaves will eventually start to do. So you take that variegation, start adding that fenestration, and on top of that, look in the center right there. Perfectly rolled little leaf. But there is new growth, and that's to show you that these bad boys are emerging. It's already, I can make too many jokes about that, especially when my face is and that root is. Anyways, so they are starting to outgrow their 3-inch pots. All right, there's natural fenestration on that one as well. And look at that. How beautiful is that thing going to be when it's literally 2 feet across? Same as this one. How much time we got? Less than a minute. You already know if you want it. If you don't, that's okay. Maybe later there'll be a bundle deal. I'm not saying there will be. Probably not gonna be. Yeah, I showed off the new growth. Julie literally came up beside me and just pointed at it. You want to come say hey to the people? No? Oh, goodness.
I gotta get my phone charger really quick.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good at entertaining the masses. I don't know. If I was up in front of live people, they'd probably just throw tomatoes at me. Julie went to go get her phone charger, though. That's why we're going to wait if there's a delay here. And guys, I like now that Palm Street is showing you to how much it's been discounted. So do the math. Like I said, everything in here, 20 to 50% off. When I get to the 50% bad boys, if they don't move, I'm literally going to walk outside and kick them into the street. I'm playing. I would never do that. I'm not going to do that.
Love it too.
Oh, I love you, Paul. Man, thank you, bro. Thank you. It's like, it's been a difficult time lately. Like I said, we experienced some loss, but we'll get through it. I'm right here to be as solid as a rock for Julie, much as I can be. So, never been accused of being the most emotionally intelligent person. Although I am reading a book right now that's supposed to help fix that. So, Carrie, you're an angel. You're an angel. And I promise you won't be disappointed. You know me. I'm going to send you the best one. So, Alocasia Pink Dragon. All right, we're going to talk about this one as well. I got these plants maybe a little over a month ago. Since I got these plants, I've been fighting whatever the nursery I got them from gave me. All right, sometimes that happens. You buy a random plant, you wake up with random plant diseases. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. So for that reason, I want to put out a couple of things. The very least and the very minimum amount of pesticides have been used on what I'm about to show you. And what is that? That's copper fungicide, and that's neem oil. Okay, so anybody who's like, oh my God, did he nuke the plant? Is it toxic to my cats? I wouldn't let him eat the edges, but it's not going to kill him. That's one of the big things. Like, people get all wrapped up in pesticides. Okay, we'll just use the ones that are non-invasive. There are natural pesticides that exist, and I have utilized them. Let me get your plant for you. Here we go. All right. Pink Dragon. Pink Dragon. So nice, right? A little chlorotic conditions, but it's being worked on. And you can work on it too. It's very easy. These guys need moist soil. What does that mean? It doesn't mean you sog them down every single day, but it means you walk over there and just stick your little pinky in that soil and figure out if it's dry or not. Now check out the underside, and that's why these guys are most known, because their undersides are absolutely gorgeous. You can almost map out that entire vein system off of how these things color underneath, and I absolutely love that. These guys do like a little more humidity though, so whereas your pothos, your monstera, it's going to be all right if your house, typical houses, they get around 30-40% humidity in the wintertime because you're running the heat constantly. But during the summer is when these guys are going to absolutely thrive. Now, I do want to make it abundantly clear. I did spray them with a copper fungicide. They have a caution reading on there. So if you know anything about pesticides, caution is the very lowest. It literally means that if you accidentally ingested some, you'll be fine. Don't go drink a fucking bottle and then tell them I told you to do it. But I do love these shiny leaves. I do love the deep greens. I do love the dark purples underneath. This is another one that is going to get, God, can't remember now, but they will get quite large, which, I mean, if you have experience with these bad boys before, I've even seen some of these types of varieties growing in people's yards. But these are absolutely amazing. A little more finicky, like I said earlier, when it comes to watering, okay? So you have to stay on top of that watering. Now I'm going to show you the third, but I only have 2 listed, all right? Unless somebody really, really wants it. This is only for show. This is only for educational purposes on this plant. So, not terrible. This is what we're talking about when we start talking about needing a copper fungicide, because they're going to get that little fungal ring right there. And that little fungal ring is contagious to the entire plant unless it's stopped. They usually halo like that, although they can start showing signs towards the tip, which is what we've got on this one. That does appear to be the only affected leaf at this time. And this one, again, has been coated with that copper fungicide. Dear Lord. How much worse is it going to get? Probably a lot. But anyway, so I do have 2 of these that are up for sale. These bad boys, though, I used to hate Alocasia, and then we started growing them. We have 2 different varieties that are just our home house plants. Most varieties will produce what are called corms. So when you go to repot, you take those corms and you're able to regrow an entire plant. And a perfect example of that is coming up right now.
Show the corm.
The corm, baby, the corm. We're in here watching corm. And this one's even a little dry, so I'm going to give her a little mist before we go in. Oh, wait, let me grab a bottle. Is it in there, the one that has water? Okay. All right, first of all, what a cool pot, right? Listen, I don't care who you are. I'll admit this to everyone. As soon as Pokemon Go came out, I started playing it. As soon as it got unpopular, I kept playing it. All the way up to literally this morning, almost 11 years. So this is a Bulbasaur pot. This was given to me as a Christmas gift. And this is... the corm is this, do you remember which variety? This has kind of been Julie's project. She's the one who introduced me to this, but I'm starting to fall in love with them.
Velvet.
Black velvet, that's it. So, this is grown in a little 2-inch pot. There is 0 soil inside of this bad boy. That right there is all going to be your, not vermiculite, perlite. And that little bulb in there is your corm. And that is what is produced underground or in your pot when you grow an Alocasia. And look what we got right there. She's starting to produce her own leaf. Now, this one's been in here probably a month, but once this starts to develop, we will have an entirely new plant for free just because we took care of one of our plants. So, again, this pot not for sale. This is not for sale. This is purely for educational purposes. This is what that Alocasia will produce. And then you get to go sifting through there. Remember the little, I don't know, Southerners might, the little gem mining things you get to go do, and you sift through there and you're like, I hope I find a ruby. And then it turns out to be fool's gold. And you're like, ah, fuck it. We got plenty of that to steal in the classroom. But, it's just as fun. What's up next, girl? I ran my mouth about it for so long. There's just so many things. Like, and the plants never stop. The knowledge never stops. I know a guy who's been doing this right now probably 30 plus years, and he literally, sometimes I'll ask him a question, he'll look at me and he'll be like, I have no idea, but I'll go study it. And then he comes back to me, he's like, wow, that was awesome. Like, that's the way I keep doing it too. Oh, the philodendron sun red. Discounted 50%. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. You got $10 in your pocket. Guys, I've been trying to get rid of this bad boy for so long. I'm not trying to guilt trip you into this. I'm just letting you know. That's how long it's been.
Was that one left?
So long.
How many are left?
We have 2 left.
2 left.
Oh, where'd she go?
Right there.
Ooh, did y'all see that little move I just did?
Suck your shoulder.
Oh, word? Okay.
Careful.
I'm being careful. Come on, guys. Sun reds, philodendron. These are characteristically known for putting out an entirely deep red new leaf right here. Now, here's the deal. That leaf transitions into this green leaf right here. And you can see we got a little bit of what I talked about earlier. This is more of a humidity issue. This isn't any type of a leaf spot issue. You can tell because none of the other leaves have it. So, look at that. Right there in the center. I'm doing my best here to show you what I can. There you go. There's my little pinky. Pink, pink, pink. That is going to be coming out as an entirely crimson leaf. It will start to slowly emerge, and then it will make its transition into a green leaf. But as new leaves emerge, they will continue to be red. $10. You can't go to fucking Lowe's and find these for $10. All right? And Lowe's sells mostly tissue culture grown plants. You know anything about that? They're extremely difficult to keep alive even after they're root bound. That's why when you buy one from Lowe's, it fucking dies. So these, though, are not tissue culture. These are well rooted. These are actually growing. So this, oh, thank you, Carrie. Oh my God. And these are full of pesticides, so don't feed them to anyone. I'm just kidding. No, but guys, I love these plants. They look amazing. And I'm to the point now where I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to keep them. I'm just going to buy my own pots and I'm just going to keep them. But I want to give you guys the opportunity to take them home, especially this one, which has already gone home and carried. But again, this one has new growth also. This leaf right here is still juvenile. You can tell because it's not as green as this leaf right here. So don't eat the plants. Got it. Yeah. None of these. I mean, if you're brave enough, anything's edible, but I wouldn't suggest it. Let's see. How much more time we got remaining on this one? All right. I'm just going to hold it like this for the next 2 minutes and not say a word. I feel like I need to get like a little wheel behind us of like something we can do. Like I spin the wheel and then like I have to do something or like, I don't know, something like that. We're going to make it more engaging later. Right now, I just want the educational part to come out, which again, philodendron, sundrift, shifting foliage, bright indirect light, moderate humidity, fertilizer, a well-balanced fertilizer in the growing season, maybe twice or once every 2 weeks. In the off season, which would be where we are right now, maybe once a month. It's really, simple plant to keep alive. It does like a little more humidity, so don't put this bad boy by the fireplace or the heater, all right? Like it will absolutely crisp up. You can see right now, that residual water right there is where I was spraying them earlier to keep them nice and happy. Crisp. Nobody wants crispy leaves. You want your KFC crispy, not your leaves. Now, where's my little bowl? So I gotta put that on later. All right.
Tell Carrie she was good. She said, put her kids to bed.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, no, you guys are my favorite people in the world, minus everyone else in here and everyone else outside of this place. I'm just kidding. No, I really do love y'all for real, though. All right. What do we get next? 30 seconds seems like the absolutely perfect time to finish what I started over here. You can't see off camera, but I'm pouring more apple juice. Never claimed to be a singer, but always never claimed to not sing too. So, how's the mustache? I'm trying a slight handlebar. Is it doing okay? Just any one. Not a full handlebar. Like this is where it's gonna expand right here, and that's it. I want to do like Sam Elliott, but really won't. All right, girl. What's up next? I can almost guess it. Whoop. It looks like a little piece of like hanging down right here. Maybe I should have just. This is the last night. The absolute last night that this bad boy is going to go up for sale. Here's the reason. I'm falling in love with it myself. It hasn't sold in months. And that doesn't mean that it's not a great plant. It's a fantastic plant. It is the last one that we have. And I thought these bad boys wouldn't be on the shelf long enough to water them. But if it doesn't go tonight, I'm getting a new pot and she's coming home with me. Well, she's already home with me. But you get what I'm saying. Calathea Purple Rose. Very healthily grown. In a 4-inch pot. The new growth has already emerged. That leaf right there with the brighter green color around the margin, that is the new leaf. Here is what a mature leaf looks like. They're gorgeous plants. Easy to maintain. They let you know when they're thirsty. If it's been a couple of days and you're like, oh, that thing is wilting a little bit, that's its number one sign. Some plants won't even do that. They'll just die right on you. This is it though. 5 minutes and this plant is mine or it's yours for 50% off at $10. Again, another one that's going to do extremely well in bright indirect light situations. Moderate humidity. It likes its soil wet or its feet wet or its roots wet or whatever you want to say. I really don't know what else I can do. I mean, what do you want the plant to give you a blowjob? Like, I really don't know what else. The first 4, just they were gone in the blink of an eye. This bad boy, maybe it's cursed. I don't know. But this is a phenomenal plant, well rooted. I mean, everything about it is absolutely gorgeous. There's almost no blemish on any leaf at all. You shine this bad boy up in a little neem oil, and I promise you people are going to walk in and they're going to be like, oh, where did that come from? God, I love it. 2 minutes, 51 seconds before I'm just going to put this on my shelf and just remove it entirely from our inventory. That leaf unfurled, and a funny thing, if you've been in the room before, you're familiar with these plants at all, you'll know that the new leaves pop up and they look like blunts. I mean, they are rolled quite perfectly. And they eventually do unfurl. They eventually do come out like that, but it does take a little bit of time. A couple of people that I was selling them to before, like that was honestly my main selling point. I mean, know your audience, and I knew who they were, and I was like, yeah, this is how this happens. All right, 2 minutes, 10 seconds before this just goes on the shelf. Are you good with that? If she ain't gonna sell, it is a she. I don't know that this plant doesn't have a sex. Tomatoes, I think they're. I can't remember what the exact word is, but some plants do have male and female. So. But this one, for my purposes, will be a she, and her name will be Rose because I'm original like that. See, so gorgeous. Can you imagine this as a Valentine's Day gift for your girlfriend or boyfriend? 1 minute, 35 seconds before you never get that opportunity again. What is this, Usher now in the background? Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Oh, yeah, this is a good song.
That's definitely Usher, though.
Featuring Usher and Ludacris. Yeah, okay. It's been a minute since I heard this song. We put on that 2000s hip-hop. So This is that plant making music. So stupid, bro. Oh, Calathea Purple Rose, ladies and gents.
That corn music.
That corn music. This is corn music. That was a good one.
Thank you.
50% off for this one too, guys. 50% off. Like I said, easy care. All you gotta do is set it and forget it until it's time to water in a day or two. All right, I'm gonna put her down. I'm not just putting her down. I'm putting her on the. I'm gonna call it a mantle, but it's not like grandiose, but we're putting it on the mantle. The mantle's not right there. It's in the all right. I want to thank the 5 of you that are still in here. 2 of them are probably me and Julie, but let's see what we got up next. Was that the last one before we bundled?
Princess Dahlia.
Oh, all right. Can you adjust the time for this one? This Princess Dahlia, man.
Yeah, I can always unpin it whenever you're ready.
All right, word. Charlottesville, Virginia. Hello. Nice to see y'all in the room. Thank you for joining us. We are coming up with our next plant here. That is going to be the Calathea Princess Dahlia. Y'all, this one's too large to get in one frame. I can try to take a step back here. But this is a magnificent plant. This one is going to get about 2 feet tall. You can see that it's pretty much already there. I do want to take a second here to stop joking around and show you the variegation because it's absolutely phenomenal. First up, we have a brand new emerged leaf right here. So you can already tell that this one is probably going to throw some pretty good colors when it comes down to that almost classic half moon shape where this whole entire side is white. But this one almost looks like a water painting in a way. It is absolutely gorgeous. We'll move on up here to our larger, more mature leaf. Then we're going over back to this one. And look at the variegation in that one. You can see that it follows those veins almost perfectly. You got the midrib right here, smooth margins and everything. It's just kind of its own pattern. And then going down into this one, it's hard to tell from the camera lighting because I've got enough on me to absolutely make me blind. But there are some pink hues in this one. Let me put this one down and grab you another one that I think has even more to it. I will put this out with these Calatheas. They want humidity. This is not a plant to skip the humidity on, okay? And you can see that this one's got some scarring from travel, and that's okay. But again, this is a newly emerged leaf. That thing is absolutely gorgeous, and it's going to throw a large, beautiful leaf as well as, look there. And again, it's hard to see, guys, because the lights are so bright, but there are pink hues in that newly emerged leaf as well. These guys, like I said, the disclaimer for them is that they love humidity. And there are quite a few different ways to mitigate that. You don't necessarily have to go out and buy a large humidifier and set it up in your room and then, worry about refilling water. They do make pebble trays that you can literally just put right around the plant. They typically maintain a humidity around them and around the area of around 75%. They would love that just perfectly. But this is... like I said, I'll always say the truth. I'm not going to sell you anything and just expect you to immediately know what the hell to do with it. But this one will like a little more light, and it could also be put probably within the next growing season. These are in 7-inch pots, so once they start to produce more of these offshoots, and they will start to come out the bottom again, kind of like an Alocasia might put one out, and actually... as I'm talking about it here, I'm not going to be able to tilt it to the point. I don't think I will be. Yeah. At the very tip of my finger, there's your new growth coming out right there. So the only thing that is different about this plant is it is a little larger, 2 feet. All right. and that it is going to require that humidity. But you get you a cute little, humidifying pebble tray. Like, nobody's going to know the difference. And all you have to do is walk by that bad boy and dip a little water into it every once in a while, and it's perfectly good to go. So just bear that in mind. This one has also been discounted a great deal. Ooh, there we go. I think I'm holding the light at the exact right angle. Can y'all see that pink? That's what I'm talking about. That's not me spilling wine on that leaf. That is the actual color of the leaf. So, and there are quite a few of them look like that as well. So I'm glad y'all got to see that. That was hard earlier to try and bring that up, but I think I hit the exact right shadow to make that possible. So that one again will be up for the next 41 seconds. And then for those of you who have been here the entire time, funnel bills. Now, I think my notebook is in there with the exact things. So this one will come. This is going to be pinned in. Oh my God, look at that hair. Is that Doc Holliday? Nope. Pee Wee Herman. Anyways, so just kidding. The last two things we'll do will be a bundle deal here, and they're going to include plants that I handpicked to complement each other well. And no, it's not going to be the Calathea Purple Rose and the Philodendron Sundrift because I'm trying to get rid of them. It will be a collection of plants that I believe complement each other. And then, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, the 20% off of every 20 to 30 to 50% off of every plant that I did. I took 20% off of that price as well. So these really are about to come at a steal. As soon as Julie tells me what they are, I'll pull them out, and then she'll take a little screenshot of me doing like this with them, and then we'll get them sold. So, everybody like my new hat? I'm like obsessed with it. So I'm not like an ambassador for these people, but it is the Charleston Beer Works. They're pretty cool. I don't know anyone personally. I'm just saying that the overall experience at the restaurant was cool. So, or bar. Huh. All right, Julie's creating the listing for them now. So just wait on the suspense to build. Should we make it an auction? Yeah. Auctions, it gets everybody's heart going, you know? Makes you feel like you're part of something. There's a countdown there, you know? Like, I'm not an astronaut, but every time I watch a space shuttle take off and they start saying 10, 9, I'm like, oh, holy shit, here we go. Like, so. Excuse-moi. I should have put down the other information required for this.
You want to do an auction or
oh yes,
discount?
An auction. No, an auction's fine, but use that price because it's already discounted so low, like I'm riding solo. I used to love this Jackson by Outkast. Like, this song is still good today. I don't care who you are. You can be a millennial, a Gen Zer, maybe not a boomer, but this is still a good song.
Yeah. So we got the Thai
Stand by 1 second.
Thai Con.
Yep.
All right. And the snow.
Boom. Hang on, guys. I'm coming right back.
Here.
Yep. Thank you.
And
this one. So here you go, everybody. Let me see what we got.
Got it.
Thai Constellation, Philodendron Snowdrift, and Hoya Carnosa Tricolor. That is your bundle. That price for these three plants, someone should smack me in the face. And if anybody needs to see an up close of any one of these, just put it right there in the chat. But again, y'all, this is literally your vibrant tree. Like, I handpicked these because I want you to have the most variegated possible things. How long does that last? Oh, okay, good. All right, here we go. I know there's only 60 in here, and most of you have probably been in here, but This is a great one. And you're getting that little white leaf. The little new emerged leaf on the snowdrift. The fenestrated leaf on the Thai Constellation. I'm going to put this here on my shelf. Never mind. I'm just kidding. In the live show. I love these plants though, y'all. And this is an absolute stunner when it comes down to having, even if you like have a plant collection already and people are telling you like, you need to slow down. These three are the ones that you want to have. I love these things. Look at that fenestration, the split leaf. All right, guys. I'm going to be putting these down so we can get the next three up. If
we could do like a, we can run it again as like a
auction.
We just did an auction.
No, I meant like an auction outside of a live show. Julie's taking care of it. I never worry when Julie's taking care of it. Taking care of it. Oh, old man noises. 38 now, y'all.
There we go.
I see. Oh, we can run it just as like for a second here, like and let it run for a minute. Okay, all right. So we'll take the pressure of the auction away. I know it hurts your little hearts. I know they're in there pounding, veins in the neck are just bump, 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 bump. Now there's no pressure. Now no one is going to tell you how long you have to buy this. That's the best part. I love y'all. Really, I do. Like, I really do. The 6 in here right now, y'all are my biggest fans ever, and I'm yours. If you'll excuse me for 1 second. Word. Thought I was going to get her to come over here and say, hey, but it ain't going to happen. Yeah, not tonight. I understand. Kind of saying, this mustache almost looks fake. It almost looks like I went to like Halloween and then some and was like, give me the most realistic fake mustache you have. I learned a new word the other day, coiffed. Perfectly coiffed means perfectly trimmed. Still sounds stupid. Oh, thank you. Oh no, now we're getting to a serious little 8 mile. Lose yourself? All right. Let's take that bad boy down. This will be our last bundle, y'all. I want to thank you all for anyone who joined in and stayed the entire time. Anyone who joined in and was like, this dude's stupid and just left. I still love you. It's really, I end the show like this or get to the end of the show like this every single time. It's really a little dream come true to be able to do this and be like, well, what do you do for work? Like goof off online and make a fool of myself in front of people on the internet. Huh. Does it make you rich? Hell no, it doesn't. All right, she's setting it up now. Are your palms sweaty? Knees weak? Your mom's spaghetti? This is like, I don't know what this song reminds me of. It was just like that hype song, back in the day. I don't even know if y'all can hear it. Can anyone hear that? We tried to turn it up to a point where it was like not overbearing, but just enough in the background where if someone was like, I hate this dude, but I love that song, they'd stick around for the songs. Feel like we're coming up. It's my white guy dance. Pretty much all I got. Just shuffle on my feet a little bit to the beat. The suspense is killing me too. Oh, y'all, this has been awesome. Like I said, I enjoy doing this so much, and hopefully this grows into the big dream that I see that it can be. But we will find out. Lush green classics. That's the best you can come up with, Chat GPT. All right, so what are our lush green classes? I remember the Pothos.
We got, yep.
And?
Pink Dragon and Monstera.
Ooh, all right. Not a bad start here.
Oh, wait, it didn't give us a long flash, so we'll do it again.
All right, hang on. We're going to remove that one. I will go ahead and show you the plant, so since we've been talking about it. So this will be your pothos that you'll be getting in this bundle. And again, y'all, give this, we're coming into the growing season. Like it's about to start getting warm again. Mine is down here. Like once it starts booming, it starts booming. So this will be your pearls and jade. I've heard it said both ways, and everything I've read has been conflicting on it. So we're going with both names. Pothos. You're also going to get a Monstera starter. I mentioned them earlier. I know you're excited for them. So there's your 3 leaves right there on this bad boy. And if you want a little larger one and you end up buying this, just let me know. And here we go. Your Alocasia Pink Dragon. And this one, 0 leaf spot, baby. And she's been treated, so she ain't getting none. And look at that underneath. I'll be honest, y'all. Sometimes when we're sitting on the couch, like, I just notice these and I'm like, these are amazing. Like, it really truly is how you can see the vein structure in there. Look at that. That's your exchange of nutrients and minerals going from plant to plant. So Pearls and J Pothos, Monstera Deliciosa starter, and then your Alocasia Pink Dragon. That will be your last for 2060. Guys, it doesn't get much better than this. It really don't. Again, that will eventually start to get that fenestration, that split leaf. This bad boy, this little 2-inch planter that I've got it in right now, will eventually get to 10 feet tall if you take care of it. This one right here will also grow about another 6 inches, and you'll start to notice new growth start to emerge around the base of that. And the Pearls of Jade right there, Pearls of Jade, whatever you want to call it. This is a climber, or it can hang very easily over the side of a pot. And it is absolutely phenomenal when it does. Like I said, that's one of the showstoppers. Whenever people come in, they'll take a look at that bad boy and they're like, man, what is that thing with the white leaves? I'm like, that's Pearls of Jade. So up to you guys. We'll leave this one on for a few more minutes, maybe one more song. Here's what I'll promise. If the next song is nice, we'll leave this one up. If not, we'll go ahead and take it down and retire for the night because we still have to eat and shower and get ready for tomorrow too. And one thing I've been neglecting to mention, dear Lord, to mention about Kiss Me Through the Phone. Maybe we skip that one. Kiss Me Through the Phone's okay. That's like, that was not like, I don't know. Never my favorite song. Much better songs. But anyways, look at the veins and the midribs on top of the leaf right there. They are also absolutely amazing. So $20 buys you all 3 of your starter plants here. You get to make your own little collection, your own little house plant jungle, your own little place and space to chill with your thriving plants. What was the next one? Oh, yeah, T.I., whatever you like. Are you serious? Now, this one, I get it. Also a club song, but this song's badass. I love this song. It's timeless. It's a timeless classic. Ah, timeless. Timeless classic. But these things are as healthy as they come, y'all. Fertilized at a half-rate ratio with a 4.55 last week, and they have absolutely loved every second of it since. Just because I'm not Vanna White or any one of the Price is Right girls, I'm going to put them down. So if anybody needs to see one, we'll let this one run for just a few more minutes while I make my outros and express my gratitude and love for everyone. So hang on. That was all from just bending down. Listen, guys, I'm going to end it with that thing still going. If you want it, you can get it. If not, that's totally okay with me. And here's the reason why. I enjoy my time with you. I enjoy doing this. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the show, 2026 has not started off great. We've already experienced, some family tragedy.
We might be facing more soon, and things are not going to continue to get better for this foreseeable future. But here's what we can do about it. We can face those situations with an understanding and a knowledge that there are some things that are outside of our control, and that's okay. I want you all to know that I love y'all. I genuinely mean it, and it means the absolute world to me that you support this. If at any time you need anything with plants, or even if you're just a complete stranger to me and you're like, yo, I'm having a bad day, just like send me, what do they call them nowadays, DMs. Like, it's very easy to reach me. So I want you guys to come in this new year and finish out this first month strong, and then continue the next 11 the same way. So absolutely love y'all. Unless in the next 5 seconds anyone bought that, we're going to go ahead and unpin it and end the live. But again, thank you so much. This means the world to me. I love you guys. I hope to see the people in this room that I know soon. And if I don't know you, then I hope you have a fantastic tomorrow and rest of the day or week. There we go. All right, guys. Y'all have a great night. We'll be seeing y'all again soon, I promise. Goodbye. If I can